Hello everybody, welcome to a little sideshow for the channel. We will be playing the game Tank Mech Simulator. As an avid World War II historian, I love to play these kind of games that have some World War II elements in them. So we'll be taking a slight break from Warband. It'll be back probably next week, and then this will continue if you guys like it. So let's jump right in. I will see you in there. Alright, welcome to Mechanic Simulator. This is a fresh start. The only thing the game has kept is my color palette I chose for the inside of here. I went with the brick, steel plate, and then yellow and black aesthetic for the crane. First, let's get some essential stuff with the reputation I have. Let's get our museum here. Get all this in. I'm out of reputation, unfortunately. Okay. I like to get a museum nice and early, so then once I can get some decent stuff dug up and completely fixed. Once I got some stuff dug up and completely fixed up and putting it in straight in the museum, it'll give me some passive income. This calendar's really out of date. There it goes. This course as soon as I walk away. Here we go, let's get this done. Now, knowing as basically every channel has done this really quickly, I'm just going to speed run this. Just get it done. Pull those off. Get the KB1. Get those outsourced because you cannot fix those any other way besides outsourcing. But you can fix this headlight on this one via yourself. Yep. Let's get that sanded down. And then let's get the primer and paint on there. Headlights fixed up. How much longer we got on that? 30 seconds. Okay. In the meantime, let's see what the contract is here. Info about a tank. Might be able to dig up a tank right away. Hopefully it's a good one. And preferably not a Goliath. Even though they're a silly little tank, I don't think they attract that many visitors for the museum here. It boosts your reputation and gives you money, but the more tanks you have, the more you can justify charging for it. Like if you have nothing in there, that you can't really justify them paying anything. All right, let's get through here. Assembly mode. Pop these tow ropes back on. Nice and clean. Alright. Let's turn that in. Right one. There we go. In about 3 minutes. Not too bad. Well, a little under 3 minutes. Alright. Let's go and find this tank. I will not be doing that mission as it requires you just to buy a bunch of stuff for his tank and it's just not worth it. Okay. Let's go find that tank. Quad. Let's go. Whatever I pull up, I'm hoping it'll have a decent amount of parts still along with it. Like a decent amount of assembly. If it doesn't, I'll just patch it up and sell it. As if it's not above like 70%, you'll just be there all damn day. Okay. I did not mean to place that. Whoops. Alright, where do I need to go? South there, okay. Let's power up. Let's go. Off-roading. Oh, this is mud. I may have made a very, very big mistake when doing this. It's stuck. Okay, towing service, help me please. I'm just glad it doesn't cost me anything. Double check, make sure I'm going the right direction here. Down this way, I believe. Don't end up back in flood, please. It was pretty early for me to make that big of a mistake. Oh, please, vehicle physics. Oh. Please, vehicle physics, no! I don't want to go in the mud. Here we go. Nice, recovered it. Okay, so I believe it is in this field somewhere. Yes. Alright, let's just go inside here. Turn off the engine, hop off, magnometer. This is one of the things I bought at the start because it is very handy for finding the tank. Okay. Let's just go around in the circle real quick. Keep your eyes out for any red popping up. Oh. Aha! Found it. I believe that might be a Stug. Okay, let's get our shovel and dig it up before we can call in the excavation team. As if you don't dig it up beforehand, it'll cost you $2,000, which is not fun. As if you just dig it up partially yourself and then have the excavation team come in, it costs you $1,000 less. There's the tail end of it. Is it a Stug or is it an ISU? I can't tell yet. Okay. That should be dug up enough we can call in the extraction team and have them dig it up the rest of the way. So let's pop that back on there. Pop on the tablet here. Dig. Right there. There we go. Thank you, excavation team. Water source. That's unfortunate, but it happens. Let's see. Is it a Stug or an ISU? I believe it's a Stug, but Capola has me a little iffy on that. Yeah, it's Stug G. The Stug, or Sturmgeschütz, is not even classified as a tank or a tank destroyer. It's considered an assault gun. It was surprisingly effective against most Soviet armor, especially the G variant here, and the F variant. The A was pretty effective early war, but it only had a support gun. It had the similar problem of the Panzer IV of only having an infantry support weapon. Off here. It's pretty rusted up, but that'll be most of the ones you find under the ground. Okay, let's pop open the hatches here. Spray out some of the interior. Looks like there might still be some rounds left in there. Best we can. Alright, 62%, that should be fine. Let's get that up. Alright, let's go back to the workshop. Cost me about $1,000 for that process, but you know that's better than the $2,000 it would have taken if I just had guessed where it was. Okay, she's pretty rusty, but she is 86% of the way finished, so I think this might actually be worth stuffing in the museum as our first piece. So let's get to work by derusting the whole thing first. Looks like it was a grade armor variant. There were several variants of Stugs that all had different color patterns of armor. This one seems to be one of the gray ones. There were some tan ones for North Africa. Some green-ish painted ones, I believe, for Russia. I may be incorrect for that. And then there was some snow pattern ones, also for Russia. So let's get all that rust off these sprockets. There's even some track armor on the front. This one's even got the smoke grenade launchers. Let's get all this fixed here. Get all this rust off. Oh, there's a nasty hole through the side of it. I didn't see that through the other side, so might have just impacted the one side. Stug driver must have pulled up too close to an enemy or something. Gotten side shot. All this rust off there. Another notification, but we're busy at the moment. I believe the tow cables and the jack there will have to be outsourced. Get the air vents derusted. The mud guards derusted. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And the jack as well. Okay, I'm not going to send those in quite yet. I'm going to check the interior of this tank first. Let's get inside, commander slot. Yeah, because there's a couple of other... This is a very cramped cupola. Holy crap. Down, get over to the loader slot. Get the cannon frame all derusted. Drive shaft there. Clutch housing, torsion bar. There's that hole there. Now I probably took off this guy's legs. That's unfortunate. Yes, there are still quite a few AP shells left in this thing, I think. Let's get to the gunner's slot here. Make sure we can get all the equipment from there. Get a seat. Got a shelf derusted. Get to the driver's seat there. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. I know about the gas mask canisters, but I gotta pull those out. And unfortunately, you can't just swap your position here. Driver. Is there anything more in there? I can't see. No, I think it's clear. Okay, let's hop out of the tank. Drop that. Get back inside the tank. And grab those gas mask canisters. Loader slot. Driver slot, make sure I don't miss any. Looks like we're okay. Oh no, there's two there. Almost missed them. Okay, let's hop out and get those all outsourced. A little expensive, but not too bad. And let's fix that hole. And judging by this side, does not look like it went all the way through, so I assume it just blew the guy's leg off and he died, but ate most of the blast. Which sucks for Hans, but... You know, that's war, I guess. Let's sandblast this. That shock absorber did not lose all of its rust. And I didn't do the driver's hatches. Whoops. There we go. Back to sanding. It's all sanded. Looks like I missed another suspension arm there. I will be finishing, at the very least, getting this tank up to museum standard before this episode ends, so this might drag on for a little bit. If there's any particular position where I'm just struggling to find one part or another, or struggling to find the right part to install, I'll probably just have that cut out in post. But otherwise, for the most part, this will be fairly unedited. Especially when I'm, like, going through the store. Oh, there's another part there. That one's a little hidden, a little sneaky. Hand crank port to start the dang thing. Yep. This houses a long 75, similar to the one you could find on a Panzer IV, I believe. At least on the F2 variant and up. Anything before the F2, that didn't finish completely. Anything before the F2 variant of the Panzer IV did not, only had a short barrel infantry support howitzer. Which, mind you, it could still fire heat shells, but doesn't really, you're firing it out of a howitzer, so it's pretty low velocity. That's what the initial Stugs did. Though again, Stugs are not anti-tank weapons, they are assault guns. Most people think of them as tank destroyers, but apparently there's a technical difference between an assault gun and a tank destroyer. I am unsure how the definition works for you guys, but that's just how I've been told about it. So, let's get all this sanding done here. Get it all nice and shiny. Then we can start fixing the other tread there. Don't know how much of the engine is going to actually be there. That's the main concern, because the engine's usually pretty gnarly to fix. Price-wise. So I am potentially concerned about how much that'll cost me. Well, I guess I have 10,000 bucks, but you want a decent chunk of money for when you're going back to fix stuff like the mouse or whatever, if you find one of those. Mind you, it doesn't make much sense to find those in this game, considering there was only ever like two mouse built, and one of them was in parts. Okay, let's pull out the engine, see what we got to work with. Oh god, it's super rusty. Let's get that done first. I forgot about the V-belts and the other stuff I have to send in to have fixed. Whoops. Well, let's get all the stuff I can fixed off here. Okay, I think it's just the V-belts are still rusty and that's it. Okay, before that, let's go and reinstall all the extras. Let's get back inside the tank. Get those gas masks back where they're supposed to be. Loader. Driver. make out the outline. There it is. Okay. I think that was all that. No, there's one more gas mask container in there. Where was it? Whoops. Did not mean to hop back out. Whoops. Was there another one down here somewhere? Yeah, there it is. Problem solved. Oh. That still looks rusty. Oh, right, it's because it got charred. Let's get the sand blaster and get on the inside there. Get anything in here all sanded up. To the loader slot. All these torsion bars and whatnot all sanded up. There's a torsion bar there that wasn't fully done yet. Oop. There we go. The lever bracket still needs rust removal, so there's some spots I missed in here. Come back for those in a moment. Okay, let's hop back outside, get a rust removal tool, back inside, driver slot. First, get the rust off that, then that torsion bar back there. Perfect. Hop back out. Go get our sand blaster. Let's hop back inside, driver slot. There's that. Yes, okay, that did hit that. It was kind of hard to tell. And let's just blast what's left of this here with the sander. And then I will outsource all those belts and whatnot that I can't fix myself on there. Yeah, the engine's not too good of condition, unfortunately. So I don't think we'll be driving it, but definitely put it back to a better state. Let's get all those belts and get those sent off. Any more rusty old belts? No, there's a few of those there. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's send these 3 in to be fixed. Okay, let's take a look at the other side real quick. So I believe we have everything we need on this side. We just need a tread. Take parts. Stoke 3. Tracks. Front track, rear track, track pedal. Reset. Hold on. I don't think it did. Tracks. Front track, rear track, track belly. There it goes. Okay, now if I go into assembly mode here, I should be able to just slap these tracks onto this. I need 2 track bellies. Good to know. Let's pins in. Okay, need another track belt A, but I believe those should be back. Yes, they are. So let's get those belts back on there. And get that hose back on there. Nice. Okay, let's get another track part A. Get that installed. pin in there. That, the right track is done, I believe. Now, I believe we just need some more of these, whatever these are. Hold on, to hold a tool to be able to tell. Suspension arms. Luckily all the mud guards are there, so just suspension arms. I need 2 more of those. 2 more suspension arms, and then more track bits. So, front track, rear track, 2 belts. And then... Oi. No, it's not suspension arms. What? Really? It's another $1,000. Road wheel, thank you. Just trying to look at what it was. Like, I know it's called something, I just can't remember. Road wheel, road wheel. Roller wheel, torsion bar, final drive. There it is. Okay. Assembly mode, let's get those road wheels in. Nice. Now let's get the rear track. Center tracks in. Pin installed. Alright. We got both threads on this bad boy. Let's get some paint on her. Well, some primer, then some paint. Let's get this all finished up. For these tank rebuilding ones, these will be longer episodes, while the contract ones where you just repair it to a certain percentage will be much, much shorter. Or just have more tanks in them being fixed, because those ones don't take too long. This takes a hot minute, both from finding parts, making sure everything, absolutely everything is fixed, and up to its highest standard possible, because if it's going in my museum, I'd rather it be at least look mostly all there. Let's get this all painted here. Luckily, those new ones I installed are already pre-painted, so I don't have to worry about priming those up. Oop. I did not sand that towing hook there. Let's get those other 2 done. I can go get my sander real quick. There's that. I've played this game a decent amount. The achievements are a little off because I played it before it had Steam achievements. It's just my game had like totally broken for a while, so I was just kind of not able to play it. Oh, did I miss sanding another part there? Yeah, looks like it. Let's go get a sander again. At some point I might be able to get this Stugtastic running order and drive her about, but yeah, idle wheel trunnion back there. There we go. Until then, I figure I'll just get her back up in the best state possible. Let's get... I got pretty lucky that it was all there. Sometimes on those digs, you'll get maybe like half a tank, if you're lucky. Okay, let's get on the interior here. Commander seat. Everything in here all primed up. Loader slate here. Make sure all the ammunition's all primed. Get all this equipment. Looks like I'm missing something here in the center as well. Huh. Central drive shaft? Yeah. No, that torsion bar didn't finish. Huh. Alright, well, let's go get the rust removal and finish that up, I guess. Thought I already got it. Let's get in the loader slot here. Thank you kindly. Let's get that sanded. And let's get that primed. Alright, let's start painting. Oh, wait. Make sure... Okay, no, the gearbox does not need that. Okay, good. Let's start painting then. Get this all painted up. These days, most of these World War II vehicles have all already been found. They don't find as many of them anymore, as people have been, actively looking for them. But I would have loved to have been in that generation that was able to just look for tanks out in the middle of Europe. Because especially when it comes to armored warfare history, I just adore it. Okay, let's get to the driver's seat here. Oh, and then full prime there. That painted up real nice and shiny. Get to the gunner slot here. Loader slot. Okay, let's go on the exterior here. Get her painted up. If I can, I'll see if there's a Vulcan Kreutz in my paint shop after this is done. Put on the side of this. As weirdly enough, it didn't seem to come with any insignia still left over in the paint, unfortunately. I only say unfortunately because then it's hard to tell what division it was from, as some had their unique insignias. A lot of Stugs did have Balkan quotes on them, just as a general denomination, so they didn't get mistaken for the enemy. Albeit, more often than not, if they mistake you for the enemy, they're probably not very good tankers anyway. Since the Stug is pretty distinct from any other vehicle, except maybe an ISU, which is supposed to be fair game, but even then an ISU or a SU-122 would be pretty distinct with their cannon size compared to this one, let alone the difference in muzzle brake. Which is why when I see stuff like the Erstat's M10 Panther, I just kind of get a chuckle out of it, because that big old muzzle brake kind of gives it away. Let's get this all fixed up. Finish off this painting. Fortunately, tank repair-wise, we have not done enough to consider for the game to consider it fixed enough for the workshop. I'm wondering what I can actually do here to better fix this. Let's get the gunner's optics, make sure that's still there. I'm assuming... yeah, there's still some stuff that's all buggered up in there, so let's get on that. Rust removal tool. Battery box removed. Get all that cooling water outlet stuff there. See if I can't cram my butt in there. Oh, there we go. Fuel hose is buggered. V-belt's buggered. Fan fixed. Okay. Let's get those fuel hoses and V-belts out of there and get them sorted. Okay, let's send those in to get fixed. Meanwhile, I will finish up this compartment. Okay, don't know why you have to paint the battery, kind of weird. Pipe's still rusty. Put you back up there. Don't leave you in there. Let's get on back in here. Come on. Come on, get down. There we go. The engine bracket all sanded. Make sure nothing else in here needed sanded. Doesn't appear so. Alright. I don't think anything else in here needs painted, luckily. So let's go ahead and reinstall the stuff I took out. Fuel hose, the V-belts. Okay, how are we now? 85. Let's go ahead and put the engine back in. Let's see how it looks in there. Nice and snug. Fans, they're fine. Partition's fine. Exhaust pipe's fine. Pulley's fine. V-belts are fine. Wonder what else it's considering damaged here. Is I'm at 85% here. Saying the whole interior is pretty damaged. What else is in here that's damaged? Cannon frame and whatnot's all fixed up nicely. Alright. Since I can't see anything wrong with this, let's have a look at the tank analysis. What seems to be the problem here? Whole exterior, front mud guard, side mud guard. Well, I can do that. Front and side mud guard. Hull. Front. Side. Check out. Let's get these two on there. Alright, let's see what else here. Tank status, analysis, whole interior condition's pretty bad. Steering mechanism cover? Oh, I see. Stuff under the gear wheels there is in pretty piss poor shape. I'm gonna take the front track off here. So I need to take these mud guards back off. Take this off. Get this unbolted so I can get into that. Final row of cover out of the way. Yeah, there's your rusty bugger. So there's that done. I'm assuming the rest of these might have some stuff behind them, but let's go ahead and check on the tank analysis. Hull interior, what else? Steering mechanism cover. On the other side, it is not consistent through both sides. It does not go through both sides. Fun. Let's get that off. Let's get this front track off. Pretty unfortunate we have to take apart the thing we just kind of spent all that time building up, but you know, that's how it will be. You know, that final drive cover's not too good either. So let's get this drive gears fixed real quick. Sandblaster. Those are in better condition now. Let's get... where did I lay that painter? As you can tell, I'm not very good at keeping track of stuff. Just used it over here. Leave it on top of the tank. Now let's go ahead and cheese it. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get that all fixed up. Plop that down for a second. Get that final drive cover back on there. Get it properly installed with some bolts, because it was not before. track back on. Get the mud guards back on. Put you back on. Track back on there. Mud guard back on. Alright. Let's tread back on. Now let's see what else the game thinks is wrong with this. Because I am completely stumped here. Whole interior is still pretty damaged apparently. It's mostly just missing stuff. The commander and loader seat, which is fine. Commander and loader seat. Let's see if we can't order that in. Maybe this is eating into our money a lot. Commander. Where's the loader seat? Yeah, hold on. I gotta look at this again. Yeah, there's a loader seat slot, but you can't buy the loader seat. That's an interesting bug. Apologies for any background noise. Can't do much about it. Interior, get inside here. Okay, let's get to assembly mode here. Get inside. Commander seat. Get your seat in, buddy. Why can't I do that? Okay, I'm gonna need to just get up on top, I guess. Crack this baby open and put it in from the top. Oh, the commander seat's right there, isn't it? Where's the gunner seat? Why won't it let me put in the commander seat? Let's get on in tank again. Commander slot. Driver slot. Command frame. Why is it not letting me assemble anything in here? There we are. And there's for partition B. We're almost there, boys. We're almost there. Partition B. Check it out. Let's get that installed. Drive shaft cover A. Drive shaft cover A. Which is fair. Because I was about to say earlier, I hope that drive shaft is normally supposed to be covered, because I would not want to be the one sitting next to that. Alright, that put us past the limit. Well, past the goal here. Go and close the lid. There we go. Alright, let's get her moved to the museum here. Oh, not that. Tank status, move the tank. Museum, tank slot 1. Nice. Alright, let's go and charge $5. That'll make us about 25 bucks for the moment. It gets better as you go. That's all done. And I'm afraid that is all the time I had for today for this. If you guys would like to see more of this, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe.